So what is the role of the city councilor and what issues do you think need to be addressed?
First off, I just want to point off, thank you guys for staying for us for the city council. Obviously, we're not as popular as the school board, but thank you guys. I just want to say, as a role of the city councilor, one, we can be a voice for the community. We can't, obviously we are a strong mayor, form of government. We don't have as much authority as people think we do sometimes, but we can be a voice for different things in the community. And at the same time, we do oversee the budget. So we have a major impact on the budget that gets passed every year. And I think it's the role of the city council to make sure we watch over that very carefully throughout the year and look at the issues and resolutions that come up to us very carefully as well. But once again, I'm glad you asked this question because we are in a strong mayor form of government and we can't just wave a wand and get a lot of things done that way. So thanks for the question.
I think that there's a couple of primary roles that the city council has, and one is to connect the people of the city to their government, to be, as Dan spoke of, a voice, but not just in terms of listening to what citizens have to say, but going out and asking and helping do problem solving together with the community. I think the second role is to ensure the financial health of the city so that we can continue to provide quality services to the citizens, our core services such as police and fire protection, our public works, and that we can provide, start to build back up and provide parks and libraries and some of the quality of life issues that we all hope to have and continue in Duluth. The city council has a role in ensuring that those remain priorities for the city and that the citizens' voices in those matters are heard. Thank you.
Yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions about what a councilor actually does. We only do two things. We do control the purse strings, so your taxes, fees, new fees, and the things that cost you money come through the council. And the city can't operate without money, and so that's the biggest thing that we do is control those purse strings. The second thing we do is typically the legislative part of it, where we tell you how we have to live in our city. If you want to be a member of our city, we set the rules, whether they are speed limits or plowing or considering cutting grass or things like that. So those are really the only two things a councilor does, the money and the legislation.
It's tough going at the end because a lot of the things have been said, but I agree with what has been said already and the fact that we need to put money into the community, especially being in the second district. I think it's a little bit different than being at large. We have a little bit more of a voice on what's happening in our neighborhood, and I've been proud to knock for the last 5.5 months and find out what those issues are. Especially in District 2, we have the Mount Royal Library that's only open 12 hours a week. We have the Lake Walk extension that between 20 and 25th Street that's still up in the air. So those are things that I can bring to the table through my own district. But overall, it's working together in collaboration with the council, coming up with a budget and working with administration for the best of Duluth.
There's a difference between what a councilor's role should be and what a councilor is doing. I think, first of all, the role of a councilor is to, first of all, take community input from members of our community. Like if you guys have any issues that you want to bring up, of course you bring up to the councilors, and also ensuring city services are met, and of course like Jim Stauber says, the purse strings, responsible, resourceful spending of the budget should be a role of a councilor. That's it, thanks.
Yeah, I agree with Councilor Stauber that number one role of a councilor is to watch over the financial health of our city. The mayor presents the budget to the council, and it's up to us to determine if we're willing to accept a tax increase again or fee increases. And I think it's very important that we elect councilors that also represent the voice of you. That's our role, to be watchdogs over the budget. But more importantly, we need to relay to our mayor and those making the decisions what you are saying out there. And right now, as I'm out there talking to our neighbors, they're saying hold the line on tax increases. So I think that's a very important role for the councilor to relay that message to those that are making those decisions. Hold the line on taxes, and also we can be a supportive we can play a supportive role in economic development too, and being leaders for our city and growing jobs. I really believe we can be positive leaders for our community in that way as well.